I found it.
What are you doing, Rebel?
Faster!
Who's on a picture? Who? That's me.
It's you.
Hello. Hello.
So how many?
What did I say? 11 of them have pipped, and 4 of them are just about ready to pop out, I think. I don't know. I'm guessing, because I've never watched them. Uh-oh. Somebody heard him. What did you hear? Yeah, Pilot's becoming very, very interested.
Yeah, it's Snoopy.
There he comes. I wanted some brown ones. Oh, Rainey wants to tell the girls.
Yes.
The girls went to a youth conference this weekend and they're missing the whole thing. So Rainey can't wait till they come home so she can show them the ducklings.
Yes.
And I don't have the brooder out there cleaned up yet. There he is, Rainey. Come and look. Come and look. He's here. Yep. Look.
What's his name?
I don't know. What should we name him?
How about George?
How about George?
Yes.
This one's George the duckling.
Oh, I'm going to Jess.
Okay, go tell Jess.
Oh boy, you got it. Your very first baby duckling, honey.
That's just awesome. That was so cool.
George,
And Rainey named him George.
George the duckling. What are they doing, hon?
They're just hatching like boom, 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 and they're flopping all over the place, and they're stinking cute.
Can I see?
Okay, Rainey, there's one over here and one over here.
Excuse me, Grace. Can I get one?
Another one.
Yes. Any more?
And there's more coming. Yeah, there's more coming, but those guys are like running into them. I don't know. Aren't they cute, Rainey?
Yes.
Hi. I wanted to talk duck for a little bit. I've been posting pictures of them and stuff on my Instagram account, and I've been getting questions about hatching ducklings. So I thought I'd try to answer a few of those questions. I am no professional. This is the very first time we've hatched anything in an incubator. So, but we had a great first run. So I can't wait to do this again. We have a Pekin drake, and then we have a few Pekin ducks, two Pekin ducks, and then we have 2 rowan ducks and a khaki Campbell duck. So most of them look like pecans that hatch, but we have like 4 or 5 that are like a brown blackish color. Is it harder to hatch ducklings than chickens? Well, I can't really answer that because I've never hatched chickens. Ducklings take 28 days to hatch, most ducklings. Chicks take 21 days. Ducks are waterfowl, so they need a higher humidity when they're hatching. And then ducklings also, every day I would take the lid off for about 15-20 minutes, and before I'd put the lid back on, I would just spray them down a little bit with a squirt bottle just to put a little water on them, just trying to simulate what would happen if a mommy duck was sitting on them and incubating them herself. I tried to, as the month progressed, think about, you know, okay, would this be normal? Is this how God made them? Is this how they would hatch in the wild or under a mama duck? Humidity is very important when they're hatching. If the humidity gets too low, the membrane in the egg, once they've started to pip out, they will, it'll shrink wrap the chicks or the ducks, and it will kill them. So you don't want to be taking the lid on and off a lot. But also, I ended up, there was 13 of them in there, and after 8 of them had hatched, they were like playing rugby with the eggs that hadn't hatched yet. They were kicking them all over the place, and they were smushing them, they were sleeping on them, and I was like, no, I'm gonna take them out. So yeah, I was kind of naughty. I watched my humidity really well, and to get it up to where it was supposed to be, what I ended up doing was getting a wet wash rag, getting it really hot with warm water out of the tap, and then putting that in there to get the humidity up to where it belonged. What I did was I put all the eggs that hadn't hatched kind of over in the corner, and I put that damp cloth over the top of them while I very quickly took the chicks or the ducklings that had hatched out of the incubator. So, gasp, I opened the incubator before they were all done hatching, and I actually did it several times. They all hatched and they all are alive. So don't let stuff that you find on the internet scare you out of not trying, because we had a ton of fun. Yeah, I was very obsessed. I kind of hovered over the incubator for 24 hours. It was so fun to watch them. It was great. The air sac is at the fat end of the egg. When you candle them, you can see that air sac, and that air sac gets really big right before they hatch. And that's where they pip through there first, so they have a little air in that air sac to breathe before they get through the eggshell. But 2 of them actually pipped on the wrong end. They pipped on the skinny end, and it kind of scared me, and I thought, oh, they're not going to make it. And I looked it up, and several people just said, no, they'll sometimes, as long as they get through that membrane, they can breathe, and they'll hatch just fine. And they did. Both of them hatched great. I think the reason for my excitement, and I was just absolutely in awe, because there's this egg, and you stick it in an incubator, and it does this amazing growing thing, and then nobody tells it to. Anyway, what I was saying was how amazing this whole process was to me, and how cool it was to watch the end result of those little chicks just knowing what to do, and coming out all on their own. There was no mama there feeding them the whole time. Everything they needed was inside that egg. How did they know when to start knocking on that egg and trying to get out? And God's creation just absolutely amazes me, and I thought this was totally fascinating, and I can't wait to do it again. And I would recommend this to anyone who is interested in doing this and has the time. It is a wonderful thing, and it's really great for the kids. The girls really enjoyed candling the eggs and watching the baby grow inside the egg, and Rainey really enjoyed it too. All of it super exciting, and I highly recommend it.
We just never know what you might find around here. I just moved this old potting bench with the tractor when I noticed an egg roll out.
Wonder how old those are.
Aw, she's so cute. Look like a cat.
Food. Kitties are friends.
I got a
not food.
kitty.
Joe, you look cold. Your lips are blue.
No. Look at how healthy it is.
Aw, she's so
You a chubby baby.
Aw.
That's the healthy type.
so
It is. It's very chubby and
Good.
doesn't have goopy eyes at all.
Healthy barn baby.
Her mom's probably really mad because I snatched it out from underneath her.
With spring comes kittens. Our barn cats are mostly feral, but the babies are pretty easy to scoop up and love on some. But we feed them enough to keep them around, and in turn they keep the mice down.
Rosie, what are you doing? You just climbed out of the hole in the barn, didn't you? What are you doing, Tiny? Ooh. What's the matter?
Are you high enough to see them? They're kind of down in a little.
Are you sitting on eggs?
Come here. Show everybody. See?
Yeah. Tiny.
Not a good choice,
Tiny, I hate to tell you this. There's not a rooster here. It's never gonna happen, honey. When I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my hair, you're gonna miss me everywhere, oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
Well, that was fun. God bless, and we'll see you next time, everybody.